When we think of celebrity couples, there are a few that stand out for their glamour, grace, and seemingly flawless relationships. George Clooney and Amal Clooney are undoubtedly one of those power couples. From their breathtaking wedding in Venice to their stunning twin children, they've made headlines more times than we can count. But recently, things took a turn that no one saw coming. In a surprising twist, sources close to the Clooney family have reported that Amal Clooney has moved out of the couple's lavish estate. The reason behind this drastic step: a massive misunderstanding that has left George Clooney feeling a sense of relief. But what exactly happened? How did it all unfold? And most importantly, how is George coping with this unexpected change? In this article, we're going to break down everything you need to know about the situation, from the initial tension to the shocking resolution. Trust me, you won't want to miss a single detail, so stick with us until the end. To understand what went wrong between the Clooneys, we need to go back to the root of the problem. The couple had been under intense scrutiny due to their very public lives, especially George, who's known for his commitment to privacy. But despite their fame, they always seemed to make things work. The first crack in their seemingly perfect union came when George was caught in a moment of frustration, reportedly venting about the overwhelming pressures of constant media attention. Amal, being a fiercely independent and successful woman in her own right, had been caught off guard by his words, especially since they had always maintained a united front. For Amal, her role as a human rights lawyer means that she's often traveling for work, speaking at international events, and defending clients in high-profile cases. This global lifestyle has often led to her being away from home for extended periods, which has placed additional strain on their relationship. But nothing prepared her for what happened next. It all started when George made a comment to a close friend, joking about how he never really sees Amal anymore, due to her constant travel commitments. While it may have seemed harmless to George, Amal took it in a different light. In fact, she perceived it as a criticism of her career and the sacrifices she had made to support the family. Amal, being a perfectionist in both her personal and professional life, felt misunderstood and unappreciated. A simple comment snowballed into a heated argument. The tension was palpable, and it eventually led to Amal deciding to take a step back. She moved out temporarily, renting a place just a short distance from their primary residence. George, who is known for being a bit of a jokester, was caught completely off guard by Amal's decision. At first, he thought she was simply overreacting. After all, he never intended to hurt her feelings. But as the days went by, he began to realize the gravity of the situation. It wasn't just the words that caused the rift, it was the underlying issue of balance in their relationship. With Amal often out of the country for her work, George had been left to navigate the responsibilities of parenting their twins on his own. At times, this led to moments of frustration that built up over time, contributing to the misunderstandings between them. Now, with Amal gone, George felt the emptiness that he hadn't fully acknowledged before. He started reflecting on his actions and the way he had taken their relationship for granted. What was initially a moment of relief, thinking he'd have some time to himself, soon turned into a period of introspection. As the days turned into weeks, George realized that the absence of Amal wasn't as easy to handle as he initially thought. His longing for her presence grew, and the house felt too quiet without her. In an emotional turn, George reached out to Amal, hoping to clear the air and reconcile. Through several heartfelt conversations, both George and Amal were able to voice their frustrations and fears. Amal admitted that she was hurt by his comment, but she also acknowledged how much she missed their time together. George, in turn, expressed his deep appreciation for everything she does, both as a wife and as a mother, and how proud he is of her accomplishments. It became clear that the core issue wasn't about career versus family, it was about feeling valued and understood. George was willing to make adjustments, and Amal was ready to compromise, too. Both understood that relationships, especially ones that are under the public microscope, require constant effort and communication. The moment Amal returned to their home, George felt an overwhelming sense of relief. While the temporary separation had been difficult, it had also served as a wake-up call. George had learned the importance of not taking his family for granted, and Amal had gained a deeper understanding of George's struggles with the media and parenting. For George, the entire ordeal was a reminder of the strength of their bond. He realized that despite the misunderstandings, they were still a team. And the relief he felt when Amal moved back in wasn't just about her physical return, it was the reassurance that they had overcome something together and were stronger for it. And there you have it. The Clooneys are back on solid ground after a brief, but intense, period of uncertainty. What do you think about this surprising turn of events? Do you think George and Amal have learned valuable lessons from their time apart? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.